What's up, you guys? Sean Ross at Fightful.com, back by popular demand.
Who demanded? Hold on, let me get your hair off the microphone.
Oh, hey.
Make it
I
fit.
demanded it.
Oh, wait,
Here's
it's still
another
there,
one.
still there.
It's luscious, though. It's luscious. Man.
Yeah, you demanded it? That makes sense.
You're acting like RJ City. This is something RJ City would do to me.
What?
Like, here, let me pick your hair off the mic. It's so unprofessional.
I didn't say it was unprofessional. I was just trying to be nice.
That's fair.
Which RJ City would not do.
That is also a very good point. You have been in the news a bit of late with all this retro TNA talk.
Sure, yeah. I try to stay as relevant in wrestling as I can at all times, yeah.
And sometimes what's old is new, and this retro show, who do you got to pitch that to? Because I have heard it was your idea.
Okay, I'm glad, because I'll for sure not get any credit for it, which is totally okay. I'm just happy that it's happening as a fan of TNA. But there was a period of time this year where I did a weekly Twitch show for Impact Wrestling where we watched old wrestling. And it was old wrestling that was on their app, the Impact Plus app. Check it out. It's $7.99 a month. It is a very good app. I use it all the time. Which, by the way, by the time this interview comes out, the Throwdown Throwback show is probably available on that app right now. That whole episode of Impact is very fun, yeah. So if you haven't seen it, that's a really easy way to check it out. There's a free trial too, so you can also just watch the show like that. But so we did the weekly Twitch show, myself, Josh Alexander, and we're both huge fans, and we had Scott D'Amore on one week. And during that week, I just figured I'd push the envelope. Like, when the cameras are on, everyone becomes, a little bit more accepting to crazy ideas because they know that people are watching. So I kind of started pushing, hey, when are we going to do King of the Mountain match?
Yeah.
And he's like, oh, you got to do it at Alpha One first. Now we're doing that, December 15th in Hamilton, Ontario. King of the Mountain match is coming to Hamilton and Alpha One. But I said, let's do a throwback show WrestleMania weekend. Yeah. And I pressed the issue. And eventually they announced it during Bound for Glory weekend, which is hilarious because it was like a rib on me. I left early because there was no call time or they didn't specify how late we had to stay. It was do the meet and greet, check out as much of the show as you want, and head back to the hotel. The next day was the pay-per-view, so they allowed us that time to relax. And we drove, so it was it was funny because Scott texts me after, and he's like, did you miss it? And I go, miss what? He goes, check your phone. So I looked at my phone, and everyone was going crazy that there's going to be a TNA show. So
we've seen Joey Janela's Spring Break. I think this should be Ethan Page's retro TNA show.
I mean, we can't just name everything after me because the lead-in show is Ethan Page's Body Guy Extravaganza, which is at 3 p.m. And then right after on Friday is the TNA.
You can be a double threat.
I'm more than a double threat. I'm a triple, quadruple.
What are all your threats? What are these threats?
Okay, so I've got the vlogging. So, I'm good with the video editing, tech savvy. I got
Cleaner
all
pills soon, hopefully.
Oh yeah, he's trying to hook me up with a sponsor. Might be trying to get people hard and ready, but we've got that. So we got the vlog. I've got online covered. I think social media for me is a very strong part of my career. I would say I'm decent in the ring when it comes to athleticism. Sometimes I do flips. Very entertaining, as you could tell, because you haven't stopped watching this interview yet. You're continuing to enjoy my voice.
The analytics speak for that.
Yeah, okay, that's true. Fair enough. Yeah, fair enough. And I don't know. I'm also a booker, promoter, graphic designer. So, there's multiple threats, and I try and dabble in everything so that eventually when my body tells me I can't wrestle anymore, I have lots of options.
So I'm going to run some classic TNA names by you, and I want your thoughts. I want to test you here.
Well, okay, before we do that, I've already tried to push my ideas on everybody, and actually, I want to know if Alex Shelley and Chris Sabin will accept my challenge and talk to Scott D'Amore and iron out your pay agreements so we can get the ball moving. Nobody has actually officially done anything or offered anything. This is me 1,000% going into business for myself and trying to make the North versus the Motor City Machine Guns happen on a TNA show with TNA ropes, with TNA entrance, TNA aprons, banners. Also, I just said all that in a video, which means you all have to have those things for the show now. And double-sided tunnel entrances. Pyro, Jeff Jarrett. No, I'm just kidding.
I thought you were going to try to book Motor City Machine Guns against Shark Boy and D-Ray 3000.
No, D-Ray 3000 hit up Alpha One recently to try and get booked, though. Yeah, he's out of Michigan. He's taking indie bookings. He actually just trained at the AIW Academy in Cleveland. He is there. He's ready.
You're putting him over like you didn't book him.
I didn't.
Why not?
Look, being good at my multiple threats, you have to look at things in the big picture, especially when it comes to Alpha One. I book things so far in advance that I feel bad when guys contact me because it's like, hey, I see you have a show coming up. Do you have any opening spots? It's like, I don't have any opening spots for the next 5 shows. That's just the way I do it, yeah.
What about Eric Watts? Not the good one that works in California right now and was on Tough Enough. The other one. Are we going to see Eric Watts back?
We're going to pass. But you kind of look like him. Maybe you could do
I do
it.
not look. Okay, maybe
Yeah,
I do a
you
little.
do.
I can throw a better drop kick than him.
Most can.
Yeah, that's true. Let the people know where they can follow you on social media. And if you just want to give away the rest of Impact's booking plans over the next several months, they cleared it with me. Scott D'Amore and Don Callis sent me an email today and said that you could do that.
Oh, perfect. The North are going to have the best tag matches on the show. Well, we can confirm that. We can also confirm that we're not going to lose the Impact World Tag Team titles. And every Tuesday at 8 o'clock, you'll be thoroughly entertained by some fantastic wrestling. That's all I can really confirm. When it comes to social media, the easiest way, since the last interview I didn't have this, playedbyjulian.com has everything you need to find me. My Twitter, my Facebook, my YouTube channel, which is the thing I'm trying to grow the most. So please check out my weekly vlog every single Wednesday.
Myself and Ethan Page are 2 for 3 in scheduling interviews now. That's a pretty good winning percentage.
We're changing the percentage. Until
next time, guys, we're out.